welcome to Game 1 of the PPG Paint East Division Finals, where tonight we have the New Orleans Wildcats facing off against the Washington Nationals. We had a little bit of a break over Christmas and throughout New Year's. I hope everyone enjoyed their Christmas and their time with their families. We had a little bit of a break to get everything set up and the presentation perfect here for NSHL to get the playoffs ready and going. So, without further ado, let's get right into the game. We have some special effects here for you today. It should be a good show. Let's get going with the game. The intro is over. The anthem has been played. We are ready for playoff hockey night in Washington. This has been a fierce rivalry over the entire season. We figured it would come down to this: New Orleans and Washington, the two best teams in the East. Game 1 starts now. We are underway. Face-off won by what seems to be the Wildcats. But Nationals doing a pretty good job keeping it out of their ends at the center ice line. Jamie Drysdale, Anze Kopitar now. Still at half, fires it in. Vesa Toscala has to make an early save. Good save there by Vesa. New Orleans brings it back down the other way. It's Marner leading the rush. Riley at the blue line. Gets hit. Chichu clears it down into the New Orleans end. First one there is Dougie Hamilton. Joel Ward there to assist him. I don't think he assisted him very much, and that one has gone up and out of play. 17:43 remaining in the first period of game number 1. Dangle and Kopitar in the face-off draw. Seems to have gone way of the the Nationals. Puck behind the New Orleans net and gets cleared out by the Wildcats. Finally, a little bit of offensive zone time for the Wildcats. It seems you can see Steve Dangle wins the race for the puck. Gets hit in the corner by Kopitar. 3 Wildcats on in the corner, led by Yager. Brady Tkachuk there, causing some problems for the other Wildcat players. Austin Matthews now leading the way. Gets a bump, and that puck comes out at the blue line. Scott Stevens is there, fires it into the Wildcat end, takes a weird bounce. Comes through the slot, but puck will be cleared out of the New Orleans end. Brought right back in by Drake Batherson now. Brady Tkachuk there battling, but it's cleared away by Yager. Adam Bachfest bringing it into his defensive end. Shot! That one's fired wide. Scott Stevens in front of the net. That one clears the zone. Jaromir Yager at center ice now. Can't get any attack time. Lord Stanley at the blue line. Takes a shot, and that one sails wide. Leon Draisaitl trying to get it out now. Vince Dunn battling Tkachuk and Huberdeau. Huberdeau's pushing it back to his own end. Now Moritz Seider seems to have the puck for the moment. It's fired down into his corner right in front of Vesa Toscala. One through the slot. Scott Stevens now in behind the net with a chance. Trying to get this one on net. Huberdeau did not really help out there. That one's cleared down. That one's just to the side of Dominic Hasek's net. Rafi Torres is going to be the first one of the puck. That one steered wide. Lord Stanley tries to give him a bump, and him himself takes a pretty hard tumble. Tkachuk now had possession, gets it over to Stevens. Gets hit to the blue line by Seider. Here's a chance for the Wildcats that will slide wide of the Nationals' cage. Fired back down into New Orleans end. Evander Kane's going to be the first one there. Brady Tkachuk on the puck. Tkachuk gives them a good bump, and will have possession of the puck against the near boards. Fired around to the far corner now. Yunel Yakupov, and Kane's going to be there. Gets another bump. Been a rough shift for Kane right here. Austin Matthews gets that one cleared to center ice. Jalen Ramsey, Dougie Hamilton, Huberdeau now bringing that into the offensive zone. Moritz Seider get there to meet him in the corner. Doesn't do a whole lot. Now he battles him and gets it cleared out of the defensive end. Dominic Hasek hasn't been quite as busy as what Vesa Toscala has seen. Vesa made that early save about 2 minutes into this game. Dominic has still not seen a shot on goal. Zdeno Chara tries to lead the rush now, and will get it cleared and over the New Orleans blue line. 4-0 here for the Nationals. Couldn't get started. That one gets fired just wide of the Wildcat net. Nathan McKinnon now with a chance in the corner. Jalen Ramsey is down. He gets up and he fires it around the boards and will get cleared across center, past the goal line, and in behind the Hasek cage. Dylan Larkin's going to be the first one of that puck. Backstrom and Lucic there to meet him in the corner, gives him a bump. Now Jack Eichel, the All-American line here. That one gets fired back into the Wildcat end. Morgan Riley going to get met by almost everyone else on the ice. All the puck chasing here. That one gets fired right back around. And slides right back into the Wildcat end. Man, that thing was a rocket. Jamie Drysdale, Nicholas Backstrom in the far corner. A scrum against the wall. Dmitry Orlov seems to have won it, but fires it down into his own end. There's a knot there. That's Nick Backstrom in the far corner. He's going to pick that puck up. Eichel challenges. Still against the boards now.
Not to be confused with the Bandits goaltender.
Right. That is right. Minnesota Wild legend and Washington Capitals legend here. That one's fired down. That has a chance. That gets cleared away by John Carlson. That was a good defensive play. Dylan Larkin there to meet him at the blue line. Can't hold it in. That one's fired. That has a chance. Oh, off the post and cleared wide by the Wildcats. My goodness, that had a chance to go.
Great scoring chance by the Washington Nationals. They find a way to pick it off, take control of it in their own corner, and they because they were able to get control there, they were able to get a great scoring chance.
Absolutely. This one has a chance. It's on net. They score! Washington clears it into the New Orleans end, and it goes in. Washington's up 1-0 early. Oh, I shouldn't say early. It's late in the period. Early in the game, though.
Once again, they find a way to dig it out of the corner. Just shovel it down the length of the ice, and it pays off. Washington's got an early lead here in Game 1.
Couple late chances for Washington there. One just hit the post. The second one just gets shoveled out of their own zone and ends up crossing the New Orleans goal line past Mesatosqua into the back of the net. So that's been Washington's forte the whole year, man. Like, they've been able to take early leads and just hold on to it. You know, they're a great defensive team, but they're also great at getting on the board first. Face off. We're back underway here, late here in the first period. Great Batherson.
Great at getting on the board first, and great at winning at home ice. Unless I'm mistaken, I don't think that Washington's lost on home ice yet.
I don't think they have. No, they've been a very good team on home ice, and that's really what has to propel these teams to get to the playoffs. You got to be good on home ice.
Good chances for the Washington Nationals throughout that first period. They were by far the better team. We'll see if that continues.
Face off in 15 seconds here. New Orleans kind of struggled on the road, as did most teams this year. They did have one road win in Quebec City. The two, because they also won in San Francisco.
We might have lost him. Yeah.
Sorry. Hello?
Welcome back.
Sorry, internet kind of died there. All right, we're back. Drysdale fires it into his own end. Around Osco's cage. Dmitry Orlov now. Now Zdeno Chara at the blue line. Couldn't quite hold it in. Rafi Torres here. Drake Batherson. Battle at the blue line. Chara clears it back to center. And does not get cleared into his own end. Gets cleared into the Wildcat end. Drysdale and Evander Kane, the first one there, steered to the corner. Trying to find a clear. Cannot. Goes back to the near corner. Leon Draisaitl the first that puck with Austin Matthews. That's a pretty elite tandem. Adam Boqvist now first to the puck. And will clear it out of the zone. Vince Dunn. Here's a chance. Oh, that one's fired wide by Boqvist. Scott Stevens gives them a bump.
New Orleans Wildcats probably if not their best, their second best chance of the night.
Yep. Here's a chance for Kuznetsov now. He gets bumped. That goes to the corner. Here's another chance. It's fired away. Back into the Nationals' end now. Got a sliding Draisaitl trying to keep Skinner away from that puck. Plan didn't quite work there, but held him up for half a second. Fired around the boards. Evgeny Kuznetsov at his own blue line. Adam Boqvist and Jeff Skinner gonna meet him. Can't quite fire it into the Wildcat end, so it comes back into his own. Might have been a partial mistake there by Evgeny Kuznetsov. McKinnon now making up for that mistake. Fires around the boards. Patrick Kane tried to keep it in, could not. McKinnon fires it down the ice. Takes a weird bounce off the ice at center. That's a shot that just misses wide. Stevens and McKinnon battling. Kopitar now with control of the puck. Adam Boqvist now. Hard on him. Vince Dunn there. Gives them a bump, and Dunn and Kane are away at center. There's Vince. And Jonathan Chichu meets him at the hashes. Lord Stanley gets that one steered away. Boqvist and Kane trying to hold it into the blue line. Cannot. This one is down. Jonathan Chichu. That one gets steered just wide by the Wildcats. Good defensive play. That was a good defensive play.
That could have been a huge goal for Washington. Right now Absolutely. It's a 1-goal game, a 2-goal game. well, while it's not the end of the world, is not what New Orleans wants right now.
Absolutely not. Here's a chance in front of the net. That one may just slide a little bit too far for New Orleans to make anything of that. Dougie Hamilton battling behind the net. Takes a weird hit there with Austin Matthews. Leon Draisaitl now had control of the puck. Scrum at the far boards. Huberdeau comes away with that. Fired down the ice, misses wide. Vince Dunn. And that one gets cleared out of play through the boards. Break in action here, second period, 7:09 remaining. Matthews and Backstrom in the drive. Everyone comes in, goes the way of the Nationals, and they score right off the face-off.
Keller! It's not his goal, but it's his move.
For those who don't know, back in the early days of NSHL, Clayton Keller scored plenty of those goals, or at least were credited with them, right off the face-off, and he'd score a ton of them. So that move there is called the Clayton Keller, scored by the Washington Nationals. Just about the whole team pitched in on that one. So I don't know who's going to get the credit. 2-0 Washington. This might just be insurmountable for the Wildcats.
As you already said, Clayton Keller known for getting those quick shots off the face-off, and that's just what Washington did. And it's just what New Orleans did not need, a 2-goal deficit with just over half of this game, just under half this game rather, left to go.
And we're back underway, 6 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the second period, the halfway point in the game. Rafi Torres, Nick Backstrom battling in the corner. The Wildcats got to try to get one back and get one back quick. Milan Lucic now at the far boards. Gets fired, goes off the near boards, then comes back to the far boards. Now fired back to the near boards. Rafi Torres now trying to clear it into the offensive end, but gets turned away back into his own defensive end. Alex Kopitar. The scrum ensues. Hamilton has control of it at center, loses control, and now a chance for the Wildcats. Joel Ward. Oh, that's a shot on goal. Saved by Hasek. Rebound cleared away by the Nationals. Another good defensive play there by the Nats. It's like a weird bounce at center ice again. Moritz Seider fired on. A little bit of pressure from behind there. I think he got a little bump, fired that puck on the net, but it was wide. Steve Dangle down. Mitch Marner chasing after it. Steve Dangle stands up, and he's going to be away with it at the opposing blue line. Zdeno Chara gets a bump. Phil Kessel, Morgan Riley, Mitch Marner now there with a chance. That puck's on net. Dangle with a chance to put it in, and it's just wide.
Best chance of the night by far.
And if that is any indication of the Wildcats' night, this game might already be over. Zdeno Chara, first one to the puck. Don't see that very much. Jamie Drysdale. Mitch Marner now with a chance at his own blue line. Driving the play. Phil Kessel. Now Jaromir Jagr with Austin Matthews. Trying to get a chance at the blue line. Cannot. Evgeny Kuznetsov bumps Drysdale at the blue line. Stays in his own defensive end. Last 10 seconds of the period. And the Nats are just going to kill the time. The end of 2 periods here in game number 1. Washington leads 2-0. Now, I wouldn't say this game is totally over yet. We saw the very first game of the season, if you recall. New Orleans went into the third period. Also the home team, also with a 2-0 lead. They ended up losing 3-2 in overtime in that game. I wouldn't call this game over yet, but it's very unlikely, we'll say, that any comeback will be mounted.
And oh, by the way, while Washington might have played better throughout most of that period, New Orleans picked up a head of steam towards the end of it. We'll see if they can carry some momentum into this final stanza and find a way to score 2 goals.
Absolutely. Now it's going to be hard, and they're going to have to get one early to really mount on that momentum and maybe continue it for one if they want to tie or if they can tie the game, maybe 2 goals, but seems rather unlikely. Puck in behind Dominic Hasek's cage. Kachuk the first one there. Battle in the corner ensues. Moritz Seider at the blue line, can't quite keep it in. There's Kachuk again. That one fired almost on the goal. That one goes off the corner, nearly takes a weird bounce off Yakupov. That could have been a scoring chance. Lord Stanley now at his own center ice, bringing it back to his own zone. Keeps the puck off Torres. Now it's Batherson with Vince Dunn hot on his tail. Scott Stevens now in behind the net. Fires, doesn't quite get it out. Lord Stanley now. Wildcats doing a good job trying to keep it in their offensive zone. Can't quite do it now. Huberdeau. That one takes a strange bounce off the glass and off a couple players. Drake Batherson has it in center. Fires. Target finder was off on that one. hits the corner and takes a strange bounce through the slot in behind the net. Fired out of the defensive end for the Wildcats. Adam Bachfest at center ice with a chance now. Fires it in and around the net. The dump and chase not seeming to work here today. They're firing it a little too hard and a little too close. Dump and chase for the Nats seem to be working very well though. That one's sitting right in the corner, in the far corner. Cleared away by the Wildcats. Batherson makes a nice deflection at center ice to put it back in the offensive end.
Had that been allowed to go the whole length of the ice, that might have been a Wildcats goal. Potentially,
yes. That's a very good play by Batherson. In behind Toskala's net, Lord Stanley, now Zdeno Chara, pressured by Moritz Seider. That one's fired out of play. 13:07 left here in the third. Wildcats got to get one quick if they hope to mount any comeback whatsoever. Carlson and Dunn now battle at the blue line. Dunn now has control, gets fired back into his own end. That was blocked by somebody, didn't see who that was. Marner now on the puck with Dangle. They're battling, that's not how you're going to score a goal. Chichu now turns it away, back the other way. It's Orlov. Fires it in, takes it bounce off the end boards, and cleared away by the Wildcats. Anze Kopitar fires it back into his own zone. I think the Nats are just trying to kill time at this point. Batterson's the first one back. A scrum ensues in the corner, and that one gets cleared away. That one's going to take a weird bounce right in front of Toskala. Here comes two Nationals. Fired wide. That one could have killed the game.
What a save!
Fired down just wide of Hasek's net. That was a good chance for the Wildcats.
By Vesa Toskala.
Batherson now trying to clear it as John Carlson. He does. Orlov and Carlson, defensive pairing. Now Yager gets in front of him. Yager using that speed. Draisaitl meets him in the corner. That's around the Wildcat net. And now trying to mount some offensive pressure here. Drysdale slides into the corner. He's going to be the first one there. Kachuk, pardon the voice crack, gives him a bump from behind. Drysdale still holds it. It's Dangle there now. Needs to get bumped, taken on a 4-on-1. That didn't turn out well. Less than 8 minutes to go now. Morgan Riley in his own end. Has the puck, trying to clear it. Gets a little help from Kachuk, but does. Takes a bounce off the end boards. It's Huberto. Fires it down at his own end with a little help, to the other end with a little help from, I believe that was Orlov. At the Wildcats blue line, now to neutral ice, McKinnon fires it in and back around. Nats are killing time, under 6 minutes to go now here in game number 1. Steve Dangle with Vince Dunn and the entire crew on the ice here. Rafi Torres, they're trying to get him some offensive pressure, trying to get it out of their own zone. Wildcats got to get a goal if they hope to get back into this one. Adam Bachfest. Evander Kane giving him some help. Kuznetsov with the challenge, gets it back to the blue line. Yakupov tries to hold it in, but cannot. That brigade was just too much for Yakupov to hold. Evander Kane trying to clear it out of his own end. Less than 4 to go now. Fires it down. It's just going to roll around the boards. Neil Yakupov's going to be the first one there. Not looking the right way. That one might just slide out of the offensive end. It doesn't. Joel Ward has it now with Lord Stanley. Less than 3 to go now. The fans know it. You can hear them cheering. Washington is on its feet. They're looking to win game number 1. Torres trying to battle Stevens. Stevens gets it away. Under 2 to go now. Moritz Seider behind his own net looking to clear. Can't. Alex Ovechkin and Milan Lucic almost battling one another. No offensive pressure there. 1 minute to go. That one just wide of the Nationals' net. New Orleans has been able to mount just about nothing. The Nationals have played just about perfect with 15 seconds to go. Game 1 goes Washington. And what a game it was. Dominic Hasek with another shutout performance. New Orleans never stood a chance. They could never get going. The Nationals played a perfect game. Like we mentioned earlier, the Nats were so good this season getting that first goal and holding on to the lead. I think they have the most shutouts in the NSHL this year. The Nats have played great, and they've defended home ice. They'll have to do it one more time later tonight to take a huge mounting 2-0 lead, and we know how important home ice is. If you lose on home ice, that could be your season right there. Take the Quebec City Bandits, for example. They lost 4 games on home ice, and look, they're not in the playoffs. They missed out literally by goal differential because New Orleans dropped a couple here and there. But what a game we had. Washington defends home ice well.
New Orleans needs to figure out better communication. You saw earlier in that game Mitch Marner and Steve Dangle fighting each other over the puck. They got to be talking a little more, working together, not against each other. I really feel like part of this game was New Orleans falling apart and working against themselves, but once again, you see exactly why the Washington Nationals are the President's Trophy winners, amassing 14 points over everybody else, or amounting 4 points over everybody else, 14 total. But yeah, thanks for tuning in to Game 1 of this PPG Paints Eastern Division Final. We'll be hopping right over in just a few moments for the San Francisco Flight and the Vancouver Outlaws in the Southwest West Division Final, Game 1. I've been Dean P, and Builder has been the play-by-play tonight. We'll see you in the next one.